Hey guys, Everything Variety Pro here. That's a brand new name that I just announced. Now I have a new logo, and almost all the changes that I announced a while ago have almost all gone into effect, besides the intro, but I have that ready. So let's show you that, and then let's get right into today's video. Welcome to my channel. If you would like more content, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. So hope you enjoyed that new intro. I put lots of time into it to try to make it better and shorter than the last one, so hopefully you like that. So I'm going to be looking away quite often because again I'm gonna have a script. So today's topic is 10 things that bug me, and this is very similar to Magic Steve's video, but there are some different things that I thought that I should put my my opinions, what I like 10 things that bug me, and some of them are different than his, some of them aren't. Also, another thing, I don't want to offend anyone in this video, so if you get easily offended, please click away from this video right now so I don't offend you. But for people who don't, here it is. So the first thing that I just can't stand is vegans. So I get vegetarians and how, they don't want to eat meat and they think it's cruel or whatever to kill animals, even though that's what was intended to happen with them. But vegans, they think they should have no animal products. So theoretically, you'd think that they don't want to kill anything. But if they didn't want to eat anything that was once living, then they could literally eat nothing. Because even plants and the only thing that wasn't ever living that you could eat as a vegan, maybe beans. But I don't know if that was technically living. But basically all fruits and vegetables, they were once living. So I don't get why they'll eat things like that, but they won't eat animals because they're both living. I mean, I know it's less gory and stuff and less harmful to think about, but I don't know. Another thing that bugs me is people who assume, me being a techie guy, people assuming that maybe a tech product will fail. And I know this is very, very hypocritical because I've done this before. I'm guilty of a lot of these things, actually. But here, what I'm talking about is when people have no legitimate reason to why they're hating on something and they think it might fail. One example is AirPods. Everyone said how they're too expensive, no one's gonna buy them. But now they're one of the most popular headphone on the planet. And there are memes of them everywhere now. They're very common. So that's another thing that bugs me. Third thing, liberals. So I've even been accused of being a liberal myself. But what annoys me is these people that think just different, things that our society has gotten so liberal, and I do not agree with what they say. I do not like liberals, and to avoid any huge controversy or being hated on, I'm just gonna say some of the things that they're making laws of, I do not agree with. One of them being a certain marriage type that I personally don't believe is should be okay. And yeah, so there's other things too, but I don't want to get into that. So 4, people who feel so strongly about their opinion that they either look for someone else to have that same opinion, or they will not like accept your opinion and say, for example, your opinion is wrong, and they don't accept what you think. They just know what they think, and they won't accept anyone else's thoughts. Um, uh, fifth thing, um, people who always hate on something, or they hate something about their life. They just complain about something, but they never try to do anything to fix it. Um, and I know it's like hard, but just don't complain about it if you can't even. Just don't complain about something that you can't control. But if you can't control it, try to actually do something to change that. Um, Sixth thing, people who act like people who are very rich and they have a lot of money and they spend it on pointless things that they could easily spend on something else, or if they have that much money, they could give it to some kind of charity. There are so many charities that they could give that to instead of just spending their money on useless things that they do not need, that are just not going to do anything for them. They just spend the money because they have it, you know? Another thing is people who make conclusions about just any kind of argument or anything like that, and they act like they know something, but they really don't. And this is another thing that I'm guilty of, I'll admit. And, like, people who don't let you have an opinion, I've been that way. And the fifth thing I mentioned, I've kind of been guilty of that. And some ways six. But anyways, so people who just act like they know everything, they don't look up any more information on it. They just think they know something and just jump to conclusions and then start saying that you're wrong about something, you know? That just bugs me. Another thing, people who judge others without getting to know anything about them. That's another thing that I've done, but most of the time when I don't like someone, and my closest friends know this, if I don't like someone, there's a very personal and good. There's a reason I don't like them. It's not just because I'm a hateful person, because I don't know about what people watching this might think, but I think of myself as someone who tries to be nice to others and try not to judge them, but that's a thing that I need to be better about, is not holding grudges. But there's a reason that I do not like some people. I don't like to judge others without getting to know them. And the last thing, people who are so obsessed with one thing and they can't talk about anything else. It's like some people, someone that I know has just been constantly talking about bikes, and there was a time where I was talking about this YouTuber named Sam Goldbach, and I drove some of my friends crazy with it because I just wouldn't stop talking about it. So that's the last thing that I hate. So hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.